Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel on the Monday mix for the 15th of April. Now I don't have any coins this week to show you that I've been buying. After the shed loads of issues that the Royal Mint have put out, there hasn't been any, so I've got a very happy wallet this week indeed. Now I did mention last week I was going to have a look through some world coins. Now we're only going to do 10. I know I've done 20 in the past, but that was a video on its own right. So before going into this, I'm just going to show you the New Mister front page. Now, New Mister is a site where I log all my coins. That's world coins, territory coins, and the UK coins as well. I find it very helpful because it gives you lots of mintage figures, any sort of anomalies to look out for. Right, so we'll come back to that at the end of the video, and we'll just pick one at random. And I can safely say this is one from Hungary. Let's have a make it zoom in, and what I'll do is any information I will put to the right hand side. So 1997, and it is 10 forint. And that little BP at the bottom just stands for Budapest Mint. This one is from Turkey, 2019. I might already have this one, I'm not sure. 1 Larasi. French 1 franc from 1960 with the SOA on the obverse. This could be either South Africa or Australia, as it turns out. 1911, 1 penny. We've got King George V on the obverse. Don't think I've got that one. Oh, another one from France. Another 1 franc, 1960 again, I think. I'm sure that's one. Yeah, 2 from the same year. I'll tell you what, if we discard that one, here's another one from Australia. So that'll be 20 cents with the platypus. $19.75. It's the Arnold Merchant portrait. Portugal. Be 5 Escudos. 1983. I don't think that's any particular ship. I think it's just some sort of galleon of some description. Oh, back to France again. 1990, 10 francs. Tends to see a lot of these turning up in world coin hunts. Nice small one there, spotted. I don't know what this one is. Oh, is this another French one? 10 centimes from 1986. Another 10 centimes, 1981. Again from France. And finally, we've got a 1 penny, the stylised birds. That'll be from Ireland, 1995. So I think I've got a few Irish pennies. I'm not sure if that date is one of them, but again, I will put that up in the corner here. Right, so just quickly whiz back to the New Mr. front page, and on the right hand side I'll have put all the new coins, any duplicates, etc., if there is any new dates. Right, so just move them to one side and move it on. We'll do the what happened on this day. Now, deaths wise, the famous ice skater John Curry died, aged 44. Did die due to AIDS on the 15th of April 1994. It said he was like the Nureyev of ice dancing, as it says in the description there. Also died on the 15th of April, this time in 1990, was Greta Lovisa Gustafsson, or better known as Greta Garbo. She was 84 when she passed away. Now, apparently she did say the line, "I want to be alone," in quite a few of her films. It seemed to be a running theme. And she never ever married. She left all of her estate, etc., to her niece. But she did become a bit of a recluse. Some thought she was a bit bipolar because her mood swings were either good or bad. Birth-wise, on the 15th of April 1452, we had Leonardo da Vinci, famous artist. That's not a picture of him, by the way. That's the Mona Lisa, his famous painting. And celebrating his birthday today, age 64, is King Philippe of Belgium, who was born on the 15th of April 1960. Also born on the 15th of April, this time in 1959, so celebrating her 65th birthday today, is Nanny McPhee, or better known as Emma Thompson, a famous actress and writer. Now, events-wise, the first McDonald's restaurant was opened in 1955 in, I don't know if you pronounce this, is Des Plaines in Illinois, by Ray Kroc. Now, McDonald's actually got its name from the brothers Richard and Morris McDonald, who'd opened a roadside food stand in 1940 in San Bernardino in California. Now, they originally called the restaurant McDonald's Barbecue, but 8 years following that, they'd actually closed the stand down for 3 months while they restructured their business model and reopened it with the name Speedy, that's 2 E's on the end, not a Y, service system. Because they found that it was quicker if they had some of the food already pre-prepared. It was like a drive-through restaurant. And then they were visited by this Ray Kroc, who was a salesman that specialised in milkshake machines. So, inspired by the brothers' restaurant, Ray Kroc called his restaurants after them. He bought the rights to the franchise McDonald's across the nation, with the two brothers getting 0.5% royalties. Now, I don't know whether that was actually reneged upon later on, but 6 years later, Kroc convinced the brothers to sell the company for $2.7 million. Now, they're going on about the Ides of March. Now, Ides of April is probably more apt for this because there was quite a few disasters happened on the 15th of April. In 2019, there was the Notre Dame fire that destroyed most of the roof and the spire, as well as a few other things. I think it was due to regular maintenance work that caused it. In 2013, the Boston Marathon, there was a bomb blast that caused 260 wounded, some severely, and 3 deaths as well. In 1865, Abraham Lincoln died following a gunshot wound inflicted by the actor John Wilkes Booth at the Ford's Theatre in Washington. Now, it actually happened the day prior to the 15th, but Abraham Lincoln died 9 hours later on the 15th of April. Apparently, John Wilkes Booth wasn't happy with the abolition of the slavery, and he intended to take out Andrew Johnson, I believe, as well, the vice president. 2 of the most famous disasters, one fairly recently, 1989, was the Hillsborough disaster. During a semi-final football game between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, 97 died. Now, originally there was 96 mentioned, but one died in 2021 following severe brain injuries. There was also hundreds injured as well. I can remember watching that live on the telly. It was absolutely, it was awful, absolutely awful to watch. And then going back to 1912, the luxury liner, the RMS Titanic, sank after hitting an iceberg with the loss of 1,514 lives, and apparently about half that number did survive. The captain was Edward J. Smith. Obviously, we had a couple of films to show that. One was called It Happened One Night, and the most recent one obviously was Titanic. Now, the number 1 single in 1983 was David Bowie, Let's Dance. It was his first week at number 1 with that song, and it did remain at number 1 for 3 weeks. Which leads us on nicely to Spotlight On. So I thought it quite apt to show the David Bowie coin from 2020. Now, this was the 3rd coin issued in the Legends series. There'd already been 2 in 2020, Queen and Elton John. This design was done by Jody Clark, who did both the reverse and the obverse. And there's 27 stars on the left hand side of the coin, which depicts 27 studio albums that David Bowie did. Now, this pack is what they call edition number 2. It's the only one that I bought, and this had a mintage of 9,601. There was also 3 other editions. This one here was 18,081, so that was the highest minted out of the 4. Edition 3, 5,741, which is the lowest out of the 4. And then this one had a mintage of 5,792, but apparently this pack had an edition limit of 15,000, so just sort of over a third were actually sold. So wonder what happened to the other sort of 9,000 and odd. Now, there's also 7,500 loose coins that were sold to the likes of Change Checker and other companies to put into their own packaging. Now, anybody that's actually bought all 4, I don't know if you can let me know whether all the bump that's actually inside, is it exactly the same? Or have we just got different covers and then in all the information inside is different? I don't know. I would suspect it's all the same. Anyway, that's it for today. A bit of a short Monday mixes than usual. Well, you let me know in the comments if you've been buying any coins this week. Have you got this pack? But in the meantime, I think I'm going to go off to McDonald's after all that talk about McDonald's. It's made us a bit hungry. So until the next week, keep on hunting, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.